All right, everybody, we're back in the shop today. We have a real deal LT4 out of a Camaro. This one's pretty much how it came to us. We're getting the harness off. I gotta get the supercharger off. I gotta get these heads off today and get them to my house so I can start doing, I have all the parts. We got everything. This one's getting a cam, trunnions, springs, push rods, you name it, it's getting it. So this is gonna be a pretty bad build. So Dad's working on the sucky part. These harnesses, they really get stuck on there, so he's working on that. So I'm gonna jump in here and start helping him a little bit and get this thing torn down, get the front end off of it. I don't know if I'm gonna get the cam out of it today, but I at least need to get the heads out of it.
Yeah.
And or heads off of it, I'm sorry. And the trunnions, rockers, so I can do the trunnion upgrade at my house. Won't be in a hurry, but we still have these two as well. These are cleanup and paints, a little bit easier on these, but like I said, I need these heads at my house. So that's what we're working on right now. I'll set up the little tripod here and we'll do a little video. LT4 pretty much stripped down. Still gotta get the front cover off and cam out, but not in a hurry because this guy hadn't even said what color he wants it painted. So we got two in front of him anyway. I needed those and the rocker arms. So get them back to my house and do my thing. Lifters out, get these DOD lifters out, get the front cover off, phaser off, get this cam out. LT4 that we just tore down. Got to do a little inspection on it as well, but so far everything looks really, really good. It's a little dirty. The oil pan was definitely leaking. We found, I don't know, about 3 or 4 oil pan bolts were completely loose. Even though it's silicone and it still stays pretty tight, it did have a couple little small oil leaks at the bottom. But we're gonna be putting another pan on it anyway, a different pan, so no big deal. And while I'm doing that, Dad's gonna be working on the nude motor.
Mr. Nudie.
Yep, he's got everything. All the front accessories are painted. This is getting all stock stuff. It is getting a muscle pan that we have. I'd already put it together a while back. And we'll get this one out of here. And then, so it's getting, this is what the guy wanted. He wanted that nude color with this kind of a dark royal blue, I think is what it is. I mean, the paint work turned out great. It's just not a color combination that I think many people would go for, but whatever, man. I mean, whatever color you want, if we can find it in the spray can.
I think it's going into a C10 pickup also.
Yeah, so maybe the C10 is this kind of
yeah,
yellowish vanilla nude, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'm going to get the front cover off here. So this LT4 doesn't have any of the paint marks like one of those other LT4s we got. The GM Performance Center LT4 had all the little paint marks on all the bolts. This one's just a regular LT4 that didn't have the GM Performance Center logo on it. Weird how they do that sometimes. Some of them are marked, some of them ain't. As of right now, as far as I know, we are reusing the oil pump. So I've got the oil pump locators. I'm gonna get them put on. Pull the oil pump, pull the phaser, get the camshaft retainer plate out, get the cam out, do a good inspection. I need to clean up the head surface, clean up the oil pan surface, do quite a bit of cleaning up, which is boring and not fun, but we'll get it. We'll be locking this phaser out here. I guess Dad may get to it today. I'm not sure. It's up to him. I'm starting to prefer the, we've done 2 so far, I think, the phaser deletes. If you're doing aftermarket cam, I'm starting to prefer those. That's what I'm doing on my motor. I'm not gonna run a phaser. T40. Sometimes these can be a pain in the butt. Good. It looks good. Looks like it was a good running motor for an LT4, though it was dirty. It was dirty. The heads are pretty carboned up. Looks good to me. I had a guy ask how I made this deal, and it's just it was an old phaser bolt that we didn't reuse, socket, and an old busted ratchet I had laying around, and just kind of made a little tool. Oh yeah. Pretty normal wear, nothing crazy. Good to go. All right, I got the block surface all cleaned up. It's all done by hand. You don't want to, use anything that takes off any material. Basically, razor blades, or I got the scraper here that's sharp as a razor blade. You just keep it nice and flat, right? Get all that stuff off. I know it still looks dirty, but I promise it's clean. I'm gonna wipe it down with some alcohol and a rag and stuff. But next I gotta chase these threads. It's really important. A lot of the stuff you're scraping off will get down in those holes. Chase these threads, blow them out with the air compressor, get everything cleaned up and ready to go before you put your heads on. Of course, we still gotta put the cam in, still gotta put the lifters on. We got a long way to go. But this is a long process getting all this stuff cleaned up. To do it right without sitting there gouging something or taking this aluminum blocks, man, they're soft. So you don't want to put a big old nick in it, big old scratch in it. So just, flat, easy, nice, like that. Yeah, so what we do is we got an old head bolt, cut some grooves in it, use that to chase the threads out. I don't know if y'all remember, but go back quite a few videos ago and we had a block come in. It was cracked. Everywhere there was a head bolt down on the block, it was cracked. So the shop that had built it had either never cleaned the threads or it had a bunch of water or something in it and they forced the head bolt in there and broke it. So you always want to clean these out. They keep changing these things. They went from being tiny to huge to now this size, but there's your cam specs on this. Texasspeed, stage 2, I guess. It says V2, blower cam. There's all the specs on it. Use lash caps only on LT1 fuel pump, not for use on LT4, LT2, or any 2019 plus. That's new. Used to just say don't use on LT4. So they've added some more verbiage to that. All right, about to get this cam put in. We gotta get greased up here. Okay. There you go. So here's the lifters this guy ordered. This is the part number for his lifters. He did actually get GM lifters. A lot of the lifters we see come from China. So these are GM lifters. A little bit more money than the just LS7 style lifter, I'm guessing, but this is the box that came in, so I'm assuming that's the part number. Cool. All right, we got the phaser locked out. Now, put all that back together. We have a video on locking the phaser out already on the channel. That's why I don't show it every single time, because it'd be the same. It'd be the same thing every time. So, yeah, that's why. phaser bolt.
See if it spins at the same time. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh yeah, perfect. Should be just target down.
That should be it. All right, so we got the phaser on, phaser bolt torque down. I hate phasers, man. The camshaft pin is only so long, and you need to keep it out so you can line the phaser up. It's just a pain. I really like the phaser deletes. A little bit more money, and you ain't gotta mess with this. I don't know, this thing's like, I don't know, 3-4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds or whatever. You get rid of like 5 pounds of rotating mass and just go get with a regular, you know, it's like an LS3, LS4 style modified sprocket. That's the way to go. But anyway, it's on, torqued down to spec. It's lined up. Here pretty soon, I'm gonna give the block surface a final wipe down, head surface a final wipe down, get the gaskets on, and we'll get the heads bolted on and torqued down. Got the block surface cleaned up. Got the supercharged LT4 6.2 gaskets installed. These are a little bit different than the regular 6.2s. It says SC for supercharger. Still has the same amount of layers. I'm not sure if it's stickier or thicker or thinner or what the difference is, but you can see the layers in there. So getting ready to put the heads on it and then get them bolted down and torqued down to spec. right, heads have been torqued down to factory spec. Dad's inspecting the Texas speeds. Those are?
Yeah, Texas
Texas speed push rods. These are 3/8. They're 7.850, so they're stock ones. And Dad's just inspecting those. We're gonna start dropping these in. We're gonna put a little grease on them, drop them in there. Put the trunnions on, and get ready to kind of button this thing up a little bit. I just grease the ends of them after that way when they're on those rockers, you know. Good to go. They're all good. There's the part number for those. That's 7.850. Stock length, 3/8 Texas speed push rods. Trying to say, it's hard to kind of explain it. Go ahead and spin it, I'll kind of show them. So you see how these are going down, these are coming up. So you want to torque the ones that are up, don't torque the ones that are down, and then you just rotate and repeat. Or, tried and true method that we've used for a long time is just torque them down to 22 foot-pounds, rotate it, check your torque, rotate it, check your torque, but yeah.
Good.
Sounds great. You hear the valves open and closing.
Nothing rubbing.
So there you go. So Texas Speed cam, Texas Speed 660 springs, CHE trunnions. That is a good combination.
Nothing gets that lower up, and I have it sealed up pretty much.
Fuel pump lifters installed. Dad's getting ready to put the stock valley cover back on top of our DOD delete plugs. Put the valve covers on and put the front cover on. We still don't have an old pan, so we're gonna we always keep a paint pan. This is an old pan we use to paint. So put the paint pan on, and then I think we're calling it a day with this one. We'll be ready to start getting ready for the paint process.
We'll do some C10 stuff.
And we can do some C10 stuff, yeah. All right, making good progress. Got the valley cover torqued down, valve covers. Now I'm just, I've already siliconed this. Just want to work on torquing this down here. Front cover. Good. Remember, your two long bolts go in the bottom. Don't ever try to put the long bolts anywhere else. You'll end up cracking your block. All right, that's gonna be it. Other than putting the paint pan on, verify oil pump is plugged in. Everything turned out real good. Nice little build. So Dad will get this thing cleaned up and get it ready and get it in primer. This one's gonna be all dark steel. Everything's dark steel. Front's dark steel, block's dark steel, everything's gonna be dark steel except for the pulleys will be black. Dad got everything painted up. It takes a lot, all these little brackets. If you wanna keep your factory front end kit, factory accessory kit, it's a lot of masking off, a lot of painting, a lot of taking apart. Alternator, pulleys and all this stuff. Got a few things left to stick on it for sure. And this one will be finished up. We're not putting the transmission on it, thank goodness, so it's easier for us. So I'm gonna set y'all up and we'll get started and get this thing back all together. All right, I got the crank pulley on, got the front cover, cam harness, front cover harness, whatever you gonna call it on. I'm gonna start getting the rest of it together. So I think Texas Speed now is getting these in bulk and repackaging them. That's kind of what a lot of people do with lifters and everything else. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. This one, see it? It's bent up. Luckily, I got brand new ones here in stock. We keep some just in case. So I'm gonna chunk this one, unfortunately. Sometimes that happens in shipping. So we're gonna run this guy, these ones, brand new, brand new. All right, I'll take back what I said about Texas Speed repackaging GM ones. They are not. These are from somewhere else. Here's your, you even see the color difference. Here's your GM factory water pump gasket. Here's the Texas Speed one. Thickness looks to be really close to the same, but no, they can't be. They can't be. These are harder of a metal. They're made of something different than these. We're gonna run the stock GM ones. We're gonna throw the Texas Speed ones are going in the trash. All right. Get that torque down here in a second.
This is your fuel pump. Runs off the cam, okay? What a lot of people don't know, we found out that some people leave this off, throw it away, whatever. You need that on there because if you ever have a front end collision, you hit this pump, you know, say you have a bad wreck. This here will save this pump from breaking and just spewing gas all over the place and setting you on fire. So I always like to put them back on, you know. I got a mosquito trying to eat me right now. So this, what the hell is that? Anyway, yeah. Just want, it's pretty important to keep that piece in there.
The same, but yeah.
It's essential to have it on there. That's why the factory put it there.
Yep.
For front end collisions.
Torque these down here.
Okay. Making headway.
Yep.
What we got here?
That. Sounded good right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that on now.
Good, right? Alright, so you got your little camouflage here. So it's gonna go like that. Goes down there. That goes something like that. Something like that. We will see. Cool. So those two get tightened up. Go with this big boy here. Tensor thing. That's ready through there. Yes. Okay. This one. Got your tensioner, bolted there, alternator goes there, that's all good. And give me another one of those big boys. Where's that other little guy? Oh, it's somewhere. almost had them.
Close. Very, very close.
There you go. Uh-huh.
Love it.
Sooner or later, you just keep throwing bolts and holes carefully, and making sure they don't bottom out. And they all have their own certain place that they have to end up. That's pretty much it.
There it is.
What's left is this big doohickey. What's here? Torque this down to spec. And then the AC compressor. Right?
Yeah. That's next thing.
So just to recap, your two longest big 15s go here, and well, actually your three. One in the alternator bottom, one in the alternator top, one in the tensioner here. Your two shorter big 15s, one here. Longer 13 mil goes here, then short 13s for this deal, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Need one of that.
Do you have another long one like that?
Nope. Well, yeah. Kind of long.
Yeah. A little bit shorter. Goes here. We're still there and y'all followed along. That's a lot of crap. A lot of stuff to get bolted on, but this is all how it's supposed to go. Still better than a Wegner kit, I'll tell you that. I'd rather put this on any day than a Wegner kit. But LT4, I mean, you got a few different options, but this guy wanted to stay stock. So everything on this thing is, on the outside of the motor is gonna be stock, except for the muscle car oil pan. It does have a muscle car oil pan. Got the starter on, got the blower cleaned up. Rotors look good.
Yeah.
It's got one little spot in it there, but that's pretty common. It's just some paint missing. You can't even feel it with your fingernail, so no big deal. Smooth. The hat looks good. It's a good looking hat. So we're gonna get this on and get it torqued down to spec. Read your spec, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but it's two sequences, same torque. So you torque it all the way down one time, torque it all the way down another time. So 2 passes, same spec. I'll let you do the Googles and figure it out. But after this is on, this motor's done, and I don't know. Are we gonna put these plastics on now? Yeah, I guess.
Take them off.
Yeah, we got plastics. I ain't gonna worry about putting the plug wires on. That's his old push rods. So he can have them back. I ain't gonna worry about putting the plug wires on because it still needs some type of exhaust.
Big old can in it now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, they saw all that. So
Cool.
yeah, 635, 645. It's the Texasspeed V2 blower cam. That's pretty common when we do on all these LT4 builds. But it's gonna come out. Let me get this hat on real quick. See what y'all think. There we go. Cool. This one right? Hey, get this thing off here for me. I don't want to look at that thing. Silly thing on there. I missed one. I got the other ones off.
Done.
Cool. All right, that's gonna wrap this one up. LT4 DOD delete, CHE trunnions, TexassSpeed 660 springs, TexassSpeed V2 blower cam. There's the specs on the cam. Dark steel, black pulleys, clean. And this is going in a GMC Denali, so it should look real factory-like once the guy gets it down in there and gets it all hooked up and wired and fired. No exhaust on it for us. Not sure about all that stuff, but yeah, that's it. It turned out really good, I think. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this build. I know the video is a little bit long, but sometimes doing them in parts doesn't work out that well. People get confused on which part they're watching. So this is gonna be one, 30-minute-ish is what I'm gonna try to do. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, we appreciate everybody watching. Subscribe, like, share, ring the notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.